Okay, check this out. I was watching The Walking Dead, and I know I'm late. It's been on for hella seasons. I barely started watching it, and I can't believe this, but I don't know if you guys have ever. I don't know if you've ever taken the time when you're watching something to actually break down the concepts that they're pushing, the understandings that are being mad. Because I swear, if I didn't know any better, it's definitely Hollywood. It's definitely shows. It's definitely sitcoms that are teaching massive lessons, whether or not you're paying attention to it. I know when Us came out, everybody wanted to talk about it. But Us is not the only movie that we could definitely talk about. Like, down there, all of these movies, all of these shows, we can talk about it. Like, whoa, what is it trying to say? Now, I'm bringing up The Walking Dead specifically because I want to speak about shelter, right? Now, in The Walking Dead, we have the officer, the two officers, you know, the family, the couple, the different families, the black dude, the, the I want to say rednecks, but that's the thing. The good brother and the bad brother, and the woman and her child and the abusive husband. That whole, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So now, they are all constantly moving toward a location, looking for refuge, looking for a solution to this massive problem. And they're just this small group, just a small group dealing with this world of a fucking problem. And this world is a huge fucking problem. And they can't really contact or connect with anybody to get to a greater solution. So it's just this group trying to make it. And they're constantly looking for shelter. Now, right? So the shelter that they find is completely isolated, away from the cities, away from the big massive areas, because the zombies have taken over and they're everywhere, and it's a bloodbath. The world is a bloodbath, and we gotta walk around with guns, and we gotta walk around with guns and knives and bows and arrows, anything that we can use to guard ourselves from this world, right? Now, here's where it gets fucking deep. So fucking deep. Now, the mother and the father, right? The police officer father who came back from the dead. Well, not from the dead, but from the hospital. And, his wife and his son, Shane. These parents are always arguing about the children, right? They're arguing about the children. They're arguing about the shelter, preserving the child. They're arguing about the shelter, preserving the child. And it's very interesting because it's only in the zombie apocalypse that we're thinking, okay, well, yeah, we definitely want to preserve the child, but we definitely would be more successful preserving him by making him ready, and they let him shoot guns, Now he's being taught about guns, how to take them apart, how to shoot them, how to aim, how to put it on the lock. Now the guarding has taken the next step. If after guarding, then you teach them to guard themselves, and effectively teaching a child within the shelter, right? So you see the two different type of shelters. The shelter where you just shelter, they don't know nothing. You close your eyes, come on, just keep moving, hold my hand, just do this, do what I say, and everything will go great. And then there's, all right, we already know what the fuck it is out there. This is how you protect yourself. This is what you make sure to do. This is what you make sure not to do. Protect yourself. Because I will not always be there. I understand that at any moment I could either be here or be gone. At any moment. I can't trust that maybe these people around me will be in the right mind to teach you what's necessary, or even have the time, but more than likely be in their right mind to teach you what's necessary to protect yourself. So I'm going to make sure that while I'm here now, I'm going to do that. Right? So that's the zombie movie. But it shouldn't be any different here and now. Should it not be? Like, if we know that when you were younger, kids might have been finding out about sex at this age. And then as you got older and you were meeting people, you're finding out that kids are finding out about sex at this age. Or they're finding out about this at that age. Or, it's just getting younger and younger. And we think, oh my God. And it's like, okay, wait. Look. Let's not be like that. Let's be more effective. Let's get ahead of this more maturely and get away from the shelter and get more toward the truth of the matter. Because at the end of the day, you already know, just as much as I already know, because you lived it, I lived it, we learned it, that the world that we lived in when we were younger is really different from the world that we live now. And it would have been great to have some guidance, some true instruction other than go to school and do what I say. And you're this and you're that. And, because as we know now, it makes no difference whether or not I got straight A's or didn't. Motherfucker, it's all about who you know. It's all about what you got, how you trigger. That's what's going to get you somewhere, right? Yeah, and anything that you want to pursue, you can learn. And you just got to pay a little price. Hustle, baby. That's how you get it. Yeah, it might not be all peaches and cream, pimp talk, right? Just be always smooth and shit over. No, let's get to the grit of it. A little bit more deeper. Make it more personal. When I was younger, I was dealing with this type of person where this and this was happening, and I was feeling like this and that. More personal. Because not only do you want to be able to guard and teach your children how to guard, you want them to trust you. And they can't trust you if they don't understand where you're coming from. Yeah. You being older, you being here longer, that's nice. Can I get some understanding with what you're telling me and why? Why? Because at some point, I'm going to write it off just as much as I write you off because, you just barked commands and didn't really give me no grit. You told me, your father was a very bad man. He did this and that to me, and I cut him off and never spoke to him again. Okay, well, that's your life, your story. How does that help me? Well, I'm telling you, he's like that. How would you know that he's like that? I'm with him 24/7. You're just here for two minutes. Tell me more. Tell me what I need to know. Tell me the grit. Or else, I'm gonna miss it. Wouldn't you? So you gotta think about the shelters you're building for your children. Are they close to reality? Are they far from reality? If you die tomorrow, will they know what's good? Will they be secure? And are you basing this on a fact or a fantasy? An idea? An unproved thesis or theory? The only people that's going to be able to prepare the children is us. And if we're too busy working because we think that work is more more important, then we're fucking up. We have to change what we're about, right? Which is going to have to make some other major changes come into effect, not just shelter. We're just talking shelter here. But yes, it does definitely lead to a bigger understanding, a bigger. Talk to your children now. I'm not talking about just sex. I'm talking about life, feelings, emotions. Help them build confidence in themselves and their intuition with the understanding. And make sure that they understand. How do you make sure that they understand? After you talk and tell them something, ask them what it is that they understood about what you told them. I'm telling you, that shit right there will blow your mind.